Your media, where you are. Of all trades, wearing a different hat when the moment arises. You're on all the time, always on the clock, always catching up. Take care of you. Introducing Your Media, your podcast network that meets you where you are, when you need it, at your time, in your space, when you feel like it. You come first. Your Media, where you are. The show goes on with Noni, brings the business of the arts to center stage.
Oh, yo, guys, wow. Today, wow. I don't know what's going on. But Sanbernani Dumelani, hello, everybody. Bonjour. That wasn't me talking. We are back this week. Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Noni Konto, Spear of the Nation, and you are tuned in to The Show Goes On with Noni on the platform of Your Media, hashtag where you are. And as per usual, yeah, you hear that voice. I got nothing else to say.
Hello.
Girl,
Sanbon.
siyaphila
Siyaphila kazi ngabe nizwile.
ngizwile masekubheka.
Yazi ngabe nizwe ukuthi yazi nathola phihlo ithi ke
Bophelo ke semphego gobane le utlwile.
bophelo ke cabbage bona le di-layer. Sawubona mlaleli. My name is Palisa Robin. Welcome to The Show Goes On with Noni. Right here on Your Media, hashtag where you are. Ka ke excited yang. Because it's king.
Beauty.
Yo, okay, it's king. Atlahella baba jika. Wajiki.
Busy kanjani la e-studio?
Hey, but why me? Let's go. What's going on?
Anytime.
Of course. Ibalila. Yo, hello, everyone. Hello, Samran. Vilanjani. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
So having in your life to come here to be fair of the time to do the thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It
Did
what
it
it did.
the part. Yeah. Yo, today we've got everybody there.
Yeah.
And this time I'm gonna let Vanessa read the bio. You guys know Uchi Umbali Ubani, because these two ladies have a story. They have a story in God. They go way, way, way back. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's a really, really beautiful story. So I'm gonna let do the damn things.
So Umbali when you are born in 1992. The 90. Cream of the crop. The 90, my 90 gave cream of the crop, guys. It wasn't even light. She attended a secondary school. What's it Enders? What was it Enders famous for?
Hot girls.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we understand.
Yeah, we see it. We get it now. We see it. Yeah.
She went to St. Anne's Secondary School in Johannesburg, and through the school's extra curriculum, she did drama at the Hillborough Theatre. Through the program, many productions were created, one in which of Flat 309. Sure.
It was a young,
Sounds hectic.
a young production. I think we did it in grade. I was in grade 10, I think. We were doing festivals in grade 10.
But then make it child star.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a good.
No, like, yeah, no. Yes, Yeah.
But that's what you want to know what? Do you want to know what? Doing a Helper Theatre.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, wait, I didn't. Because actually, I wasn't really that good then. in acting.
Then you weren't good.
No, but I knew what it was. I just knew I loved it. But I
Yeah.
knew what it was.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because I did the Hillbar Theatre thing shows as well.
Really, the festivals.
Yeah, the festivals. I did. And I was nominated for supporting actor, but some girl who looked like you won. That's why I'm like, who in it? I don't know where
Now
I'm
you're nominated to a Palisa.
right?
Hey,
Hi guys. Some
nominees this girl.
It's just Umbali. Umbali no Palis. So she received an award for Best Novelist Production at the 2007 SAFTA Awards. She then moved to Pretoria and studied at the Youth Interest Performing Arts Academy in
Nice.
2012. Hayibo, kumonate mzimnandi. And as drama and film studies at the Tshwane University of Technology. I think it's Kumamakapatir.
Hele.
Yeah.
Hele.
What I know.
The time is saying, nahamba nayo.
Sama nobukapatir.
Yeah, nihambe nethi you just took to you. Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So during her second year at Youth and Trust, she performed a number of productions, namely Julius,
Yeah.
One Handed that she wrote and was directed by Ayanda Sitebe. Umhlaba mncane.
Very
Oh,
small.
Very small. Umhlaba.
It's
Yo,
very small.
we had him
Last week.
last week.
Yeah.
Wow, expelled from life, written by Ayanda Sitebe. Carlos Italiano.
Yeah.
1606, the poetic piece written.
Yafagan.
So ungathi lento le inde, you did Shibelo with Kita.
Mm-hmm.
You also worked with Paul Grootboom.
I did.
You also did the heist
Yeah.
ETV.
Really?
Yeah. So that's just
That's just
the acting.
the acting part of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Stunning. Oh, let us know. Okay, well, happy. Who are you?
Shoot. So me, I'm from West.
Mhm.
That's where I was born and bred. And then I think when I was around 13, my mom got a stand up in thing in Indonesia. She built a house there. That's where we moved. And then I went to school at St. Andrews. And I think one of the gems of that school was the Hillwood Theatre.
Okay.
Because I think from high school level already, I was acting in an actual theatre. So Funda must stage by stage.
Yeah, yes.
Then actual,
Green, left,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Then
Yes.
actual theatre. Yeah, and then like I said, I wasn't good at acting. Yeah, I wasn't good then.
Then
Yeah, because you go through that phase where you're just not good at it. At
Yeah.
whatever it is. that
Well, like you
are.
just don't have the understanding of it, so you don't know
Right.
how to execute what you're
Right.
being asked to.
So I think that was my thing. I think
Yes.
that's the only time I wasn't good at acting.
Okay.
ha lalela. Listen, girl. The only time.
The
Yeah,
only.
that's the only time you say somebody's a bad actor. Yeah, that's what it says. And then I went to actually let me tell you, so when I was post matric, I didn't know what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I was
Yeah.
scared of my mom. I didn't think my mom would allow me to go study drama. Like,
Yes.
how do you study drama?
Yes.
What
Like
is- what is
what
that?
is that?
What do
Wenzani?
you get afterwards?
Wenzani? Uhlekisa abantu.
Yeah, like what is
Uhlekisa
You
abantu.
know jive,
Yeah.
yenzakalani?
right? So
Mm.
and then I was so scared of telling my mom that actually I just want to act and I want to be in the industry. And so I remember one time I was watching High School Music and I was like, that's really what I want to do.
Yeah.
I think that's where it all started. Hey?
High school
Music.
music.
So I did that and then I applied. I remember every school that I applied at Verts, at UJ, at
Yeah.
UNISA. I was always accepted, but there was always something stopping me from going to these schools, right? Studying whatever I was applying for. So and then but at TUT it just made more sense. In fact there was musical theatre and then there was drama. I was like, let me just do musical theatre. I think I can sing.
Yeah.
I can hold a step, I can act. Let me try that. And then I went to audition. Musical theatre.
But yeah, I get.
No, choose. What is it? Can I just tell you also, like, musical theatre TUT is so intense.
Yeah.
Insane.
The competition thing is so real. Like, computer game board. We used to call it Hollywood.
Aha!
Actually,
It was
Really?
hectic.
It was the drama department
Yeah.
in the musical theater, right? They were just always so extra because drama is Stanislavski, and we think we are the
And
actual
get it,
actors. With the thespians, like well, imagine the stage,
Yeah.
let's sing,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So there was always that thing that competition between musical drama and musical theater.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I wasn't accepted there, and then I went to the academy. And
Guys, can I tell you a story before I do
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Got the line she was standing in when she was auditioning, I was there. When she
yeah,
wasn't accepted,
yeah,
I got in.
Yeah.
That same day when she was auditioning, I
yeah,
was there. So
yeah.
the five
It was
that
like
got in,
80, like, and you've got my late application.
yes,
80 students, and you
Yeah.
were part of the team, right?
yes, I was part of the 10.
That was great for you. It sucked for me.
But it was insane because when you didn't get accepted, you felt like you were a failure. Like, how the hell do I not get accepted? And I saw High School Musical and I came here, come out, I'm going to come here
Then,
and I'm not accepted. Is there something wrong with me?
and mind you, we stood there for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yes. It's like a whole day thing.
Yes,
It
definitely.
was shoot, and I think then looking back, I wasn't really a person with musical theater because also I wasn't that great at singing as well. I mean, look, you can sing,
Yeah.
girls, and you
Yeah.
can sing, but are you a singer?
Yes.
Right?
I like to say people can sing.
A lot
When
of
people
people
say, "Oh, I can't sing around you," I'm like, no, but everybody can sing. And you're sing. We can all sing. We can all. You
Yeah.
can tell
yeah,
which. Oh, you can sing that song,
yeah,
but you're just not a singer.
yeah.
It's important to
So
know the
Yes,
difference.
it's important to know the difference.
because also with singing and acting and dancing,
Mm.
it's about you are born with a signature.
Yes.
I think that's how most someone is a star
Yeah.
Ooh,
when they are born with when they what's the word? Ubonisa signature.
Yes.
Like
essence.
how you know a Beyonce from a Rihanna. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
It's how you know a Candy Song's wife from a Pure Dana.
Yes.
Mm.
It's a signature. So for
Signature.
as long
Yes.
as you have a signature in your art, I don't think you can call yourself really an artist. You know what
Mm.
I mean? What
Okay.
sets you apart from
From the rest.
what we are all singers.
Yeah.
And what makes you a star is the signature. Right?
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
Balu. Hey, Balu.
Mbalwe. Mbaliwe.
Okay, then I went to Youth and Trust, and then I did my first play there with Paul Hotboom, an amazing play, very, very intense. And then we toured around France, and then came back.
Wait. You did what?
Yeah, so the play.
I like how they like our guests come in, eh,
Mm.
and then they talk about how they that push and pull between getting into varsity and then going to like an academy and doing this, and then they get to the part where they're like, yeah, they're not going to Europe, but then like, why are you throwing that away?
Like,
Why
we
are you
want to
throwing
know
why
that.
are you throwing away the fact that you've been overseas
Yeah,
through your talent
yeah,
and this that you want to do, because that's exactly why you are here. It's because we want you to let the people know out there, Uguti, you don't have to, I don't know, like you don't have to stay in Mzansi to do what you love. Or you don't have to have money and say, I'm going to France and I'm gonna go and be on holiday there. Your talent, your hard work can take you there. You can work and still have pleasure of seeing other countries and continents. So ngicela ukuthi ureverse how
okay,
uphinde and say it pause.
And
ube
say it with
nekhona.
pride.
okay.
Because you wait again.
Yeah.
They're like, you went to France with this talent that
Exactly.
everybody is the same.
Yeah.
Ayikuthola imali yofa ukuphunga.
Yeah,
But it's not always about money. The money is about the experience of life itself. So
absolutely.
before we also start,
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So,
Hinder repeat.
so I leave the TT, right? This
Yeah.
is when my dreams are crushed, but I'm not giving up. So then a friend of mine at the time was like, "No, there's school at the state theater." I'm like, "Oh, okay, let's go."
Yeah.
But I'm doing anything.
Yeah.
Going back home. So we go to the state theater, and then when we get there, we find out and they're like, "No, come do tomorrow, and come do tomorrow." Cool. And I come through. Can I tell you? I call a friend of mine who who was a friend of mine in high school. And
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Joe, I know you stayed before. I never even went to sleep. So can I come stay there because I have an audition
Hustle,
tomorrow?
babe. Hustle.
I go there,
We go through a lot as
Yeah.
artists.
right?
That is our life.
And then I stay, and then I rehearse my monologue at a flat, and then next day I'd come through audition. Of course, I kill it. And then
Yeah, of course.
it's acting. There was acting. That yes, just acting. So then I kill it, and then I can accepted into the school, and then we did do this program. It was a
Yeah.
great school, right? It was a very good school because I like the fact that it was an academy. So it started at 9 and leave at 5. And Labicon, I was like underground. So there was no access to the world. So it was like
Yes.
this space where we can just explore,
Yes.
right? And then I ended play Expelled for Life. And then I think it was there where Paul Hotbom saw me. And then Paul saw me there and then he's like, I want you in my play. And then I come through. The next year, I do Paul's play, we rehearse, and then we go to France. We toured France for about 3 weeks, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it was a very different of course experience because theater overseas is more than just a pastime. It's an
Yes.
art.
It's an actual career. It's
You can make an actual living just from
Living.
theater. Never
Yes.
mind film and
Mm.
just theater, right?
Yeah.
Be a theater actor, and you can be cool, you can survive. So that was a great experience, a very very great experience. Then I came back, and I decided there on, okay, cool. I think you should go to school.
Yeah.
I think you should go to drama. Went to drama, went to the auditions, got accepted, and then yeah, and then funny enough, when I was at the state theater, I met this lady who's in kids. Zimkita cast me in her play, She Bellows, which is good. She Bellows is an amazing,
It
amazing
was
play.
beautiful.
It was just a beautiful play, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I saw you perform.
Yeah,
Like,
a great play. So we did that, and I remember so TUT you weren't allowed to work.
Work whilst you were studying. Oh, I heard that. I was like,
I was
what
Yo.
is that?
yeah, y'all could miss me with that.
couldn't.
Can I just tell you?
You were like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, no, they didn't like me much at that school, eh? I don't think so.
Because you were a rebel.
Now I was doing my own thing. They're not
Rebel with a cause.
They're not gonna pay
Yes.
my bills.
Mm.
I'm sorry, guys, but you weren't. You know? no, I just,
When you listened, at that point, she looked into the camera.
yeah, no, I want them to know.
What's in Kulman Nani?
Yeah, like yeah.
Lalela. Kulman now.
So actually, it was when I was performing in. I think it was at the Joburg Theatre or performing Bellows that I met, or rather, Holly Nikiwe saw me. And that's when he cast me for Heist. So he didn't cast me there, but he cast me there.
Yeah.
Because and then he called me up the next week, like, hey, can you come through audition? And then did the audition, killed that, and then I was cast for Heist.
I love how you just say I killed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
confidence,
Yeah, no,
it's a breath of fresh air. Like
is.
I killed it.
No, that's the thing. I think there is only so many things you're good at, and the things that you are good at, you're great at.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the greatest of all time of everything. You are the greatest of all time of this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You, Serena Williams, the greatest of all time, tennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In
So
Doyak.
that's one
I
thing.
feel you.
Good I'm Tagaten Buffets. But can't take
You're
this
not
away.
going to, not going to get it right.
No amount of witchcraft.
Of course.
Can take my hand.
Can't take
So
this.
I love that.
Exactly. One-handed.
I love that.
One-handed. Yes. Stunning.
So and then I think when I was at the end of my third year, is when I decided, okay, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You've already experienced acting. Do you want to act for the rest of your life?
Yes.
What else do you want to do? And I was like, look, let's go into the space where these decisions are made, because also we always have these conversations as actors and as creatives that the industry is not where we want it to be. You know, the industry is this, industry is
Yeah.
that. So I was like, okay, let me be a part of the people that actually make the decisions. So I wanted to be
Yes.
more influential than famous,
Yeah.
right? Can I just tell you something? This will look. I'll sound cocky, but it's fine. So I always say to myself, I can always kill acting.
Yeah.
Like give me enough time, I can do anything acting. Um, it's I wouldn't say it's easy for me because it isn't, but it comes naturally,
Yeah.
right? And because it's such a precious thing for me, I suppose I just want people to experience art the way I experience art.
Mhm.
And the only way I can do that is if I'm a part of these conversations where decisions are being made,
Yeah.
right? Because also I was like, hey, bruh, you're already pretty. You have the weave, you have the complexion.
Got the look.
You're gonna be you're gonna be cast.
Yes.
But I want to be more than
Typecast.
that.
Yes. You want
Yeah.
to be typecast and you want to be more than
I want
just
to be more than
that.
that, bruh. I feel like I have a brain between these ears.
Yes.
I can say something.
Yeah.
I can be impactful
Yes.
and influential.
Mm.
So then what can we do for us to be there? I want to be like, I was saying this earlier. Look, when I go on a break, I want people to wonder what is Mbali up to.
Yeah.
That type of influence.
Ah.
I go to going on a break because of social media hiatus.
Yes.
No, it's like, okay, Mbali wenzani? What is
Yes.
Mbali up to? Right?
Ngan.
Upizzi ngani?
Mm.
So and then I'm like, okay, let's go into production. Then I call up a line producer or say hi. I'm like, ew, Tulani, bruh, let me be an intern. Then I interned in production,
Yeah.
did that. And yeah, I've been with this. Actually, at that show, I met a lady, like one of my, like, she's like my everything. Kang, right? She was line producer for the show. So she asked me, she's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, me, I want to make money.
Yeah.
That's the other
Main
thing.
objective.
That's the other thing I want to do. I also want to make money because also I didn't want to be a starving artist.
Yes.
Because in South Africa, you have to diversify.
Yes, you have to.
That's the one thing they never taught us at school.
Yes.
Is that standard is diversify. There should be written there in your CV. What else can you do? I diversify.
Yes.
I can adapt.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it takes more than just a pretty face and talent to make it in the industry. You really have to network, go to these social outings, but also if umuntu onjalo. Not everyone is like that. So therefore you have
Yes.
to find different ways to get to Pretoria,
Yeah.
right?
We don't all use the same
We
route.
don't all use the same route, then find different routes to get to
No.
where you want to be.
Exactly.
And sometimes if it
I
takes
love
you 10
that.
years to be the star, then it'll take you 10 years, especially if you want to do things the right way.
Yeah.
Right? It's not going to take you and I think that's one thing I had to be at peace with. That sure I'm talented, sure I have the look, sure I'm commercial.
Yeah.
But if I want to do things the right way and on my terms, it's gonna take me a little longer.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't take 2 minutes to cook lobster, but
No.
it doesn't take 2 minutes to cook an egg. You wanna be an egg, you want lobster. Which one do you want?
Which one do you want?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you look at your goals, you look at your dreams. How long really is it going to take you for you to be the person that you want to be?
Yeah.
It's not gonna take you a year, especially
No.
in our industry. Our industry is very good tricky.
Good trick. Yeah, but sometimes.
Good tricky. So therefore you have to learn to diversify, and diversifying means going behind the scenes, which is what I decided to do.
Nice.
And then
yes.
with production, you get to see the inception of everything. Basically, it's the beginning, middle, and end. It's the audition process. It's the shooting. It's on TV.
Yeah.
And it's the award.
Yeah.
The show that I was working on, Legacy,
Yeah.
won an award. So he's like, woo!
Yeah.
With Chedza Pictures,
So you
guys.
get yourself to different types of way, right?
She works for Chedza Pictures. Hey?
Also.
An award-winning production company.
Yes.
Tell us about that journey.
Sure. So Kangi, my mentor, hey man, I think she just sees me. She sees the stuff that I talk about
Yeah.
when she sees me. And I'm saying, she's like, you are going to be these things. So therefore, she just aligns me with the right things. And I think it's very important also to have a mentor in the industry where you see yourself or where you're planning on going. It's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people. This sounds like a cliche, but this is very true.
Yeah.
It's very important. Like, it's very, very important to surround yourself with people who complain less and do more. Right?
Yes.
Because
But God, what you just said about like-mindedness, it's very important.
absolutely.
Because if you guys don't, I guess you don't all have to be the same, but if you don't channel the same energy or channel the
Yeah.
same vision, it's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Definitely not. Because also the thing is about complaints without action is that they're very heavy, and Ziaksin and James in Ben because of remember as soon as you say I'll make an example. If as soon as you say, okay, I feel very big today. I feel tomorrow's going to be okay, you're bigger today. The next day it's going to be I'm fat. It's going to be okay, now I don't like this.
Yes.
So see you create it's like a
You
cycle.
accumulating
Yabo.
negativity.
Negativity
Yeah.
all
And there's
the
no one
way.
breaking that. So if there's no one in your circle saying, but guys, how about we go to the gym? How about we cut out the
Yes.
carbs? If there's
Yes.
no one bringing in solutions, it's it never ending cycle of complaints. This is
Yeah.
why it's important to surround yourself with people who are doing things. Therefore, the greatness it rubs off on
It
you.
does.
That's a wonderful thing about goodness is that it's
Yeah.
very contagious. It's like laughter. Goodness is contagious.
Yes.
So then surround yourself with people who are doing those things, and then now you will work out your own plan, work out what you want to do, and then hopefully find people who are going to help you with that. And there's always people around
Yes.
who can help you. And sometimes it's like, okay, you want to act, you want to be on TV. In other times, like what I'm doing is that it's just going around to
Yes.
get to the door. The front door is very full because the front door has people auditioning, the front door has social media, the front door has so many things. So therefore, let's try the back door.
Yes.
Let's try other avenues.
Let's go around. Yes.
Right?
But
And
step by step doing things
Yeah.
to get there.
eventually you'll get there. I mean,
Yes.
Viola Davis, guys, that woman she's been acting for so many years, but only with How to Get Away with Murder.
Murder is it that she got popular.
And she got noticed.
But then
Yes.
she's been
Acting.
She's been, right? So I think with production, it has allowed me to do that. So production coordinating, what I do is basically facilitating all the elements of that are required to shoot.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So this is like
Please break it down for
yeah,
us.
Break it down for
so it's like in a shoot, what you would have is things that you would need, i.e., your gear. You need gear to shoot. What I call it is the where are we shooting, how are we shooting, with whom are we shooting, and why are we shooting, right? So we look at where are we shooting, we look at those things. Location. Look, you get the script, you break it down.
Yeah.
You break it down into locations, you break it down into shoot days. You give the script to the scheduler, who then gives you a schedule, right? And then from the schedule, I work out the call sheet.
Yeah.
The call sheet is so a schedule has the scenes that we have to shoot today. Then what I do with the call sheet is the order in which the scenes will be shot.
Yes.
Then you work out what time actors will get to set, what time catering will get to set, what time crew will get to set, what time crew cast will get to set. So those things in a call
Sounds
sheet.
like a lot of work.
So it's the booking of equipment, the booking of crew, the casting of cast. But obviously those things that like casting is done by a casting director. But as soon as the casting director is cast, they bring them onto production. Then in production, we get them the scripts, we get them fitted for wardrobe and makeup tests. And then we get crew, signing of contracts with crew, taking crew to see these locations so that they know what they're shooting at. And then it's booking crew, it's booking gear as per the DOP's request. And then sending
It's like jargon.
Yo.
so DOP is the director of photography.
Okay.
So that's the guy there.
Mm.
The-
A tshwereng camera.
Yeah.
O a movang ka
So
yona.
basically, it's the magician
Yeah. Okay.
of the technical department. Here you have the director.
Mm.
All right, the director directs everything, being the technical crew and cast.
Yes.
That's the director.
That's the director.
So the director of photography is the man or woman who puts all these technical elements together as per the director's request, right? So it's the lighting, how the lighting look. He sets the mood technically for the scene, right before the actors. So where the actors are going to stand, he frames them up. Would see who are we trying to see here? What does the scene communicate in Dwezinjal? So that's the DOP. So we get as production, our job is to facilitate the shooting process.
Yeah.
So making sure that all the requirements, all the needs of crew and cast are met so that the show does well or is shot well or we shoot on time.
Yeah.
Also, what's important, how you know as a production that you've won or that you've done a great job, that you shoot on time. That's the
Yes.
the
Sure.
yardstick. So if you're given 300 days to shoot, you have to shoot in 300 days. So if people are dropping scenes or the weather or an actor or crew member sick, whatever the reason, then it delays. But then you find ways to make it work because
Yeah.
you still have 300 days. So if you lose a week, you still have 300 days.
Yeah.
So how are you going to catch up? There's also a catch-up plan in there that is worked out by the line producer and the scheduler. So yeah, so there's a lot of things.
Valley, you are in like a space where it's male dominant, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
You are. And as a female, like a woman, can you say female? It's like, is it okay? I don't know. I'm not a feminist in that way or whatever.
Girl.
A woman.
A woman.
Woman.
Woman is fine.
Yeah.
Musa.
And mara mo lefatsheng, there's just so much. Tshwantse o no i-check-a fela with the correct.
Right? It's like, oh, just said female.
That's
And
also another topic.
Oh,
for another day.
right?
Keeping up with the wolf.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So as a woman
Mm.
in a male dominated space,
Yeah.
like how is it that you were able to, because Tina Vele as women, we want to be in front of the camera,
Yeah.
we want to be on the stage,
Yeah.
and we never think that we could possibly do what you are doing,
Yeah.
going behind the scenes and working behind the scenes and actually making it work
Yeah.
and standing your ground and just being you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, what encouragement do you have that women should also just be in that space?
Yeah. I would say that the most important one is I got I'd say my break via women.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I mean,
It's so refreshing to hear. I'm so surprised.
yeah. Because if I look at
It's
like,
empowering.
if you look at like, for example, Heist, I was working with Zimkiza, who then Holly came to see Zimkiza's show, and then he saw me. You see what I'm saying? And then how I got into production, although I called up the line producer from Heist, who was a man, but the person who is now my mentor is a woman, whom I met at that job where I was interning. So it's one of the things I would say is that it's important for us as women to look at other women and empower other women.
Yes.
We don't have a lot of. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about this. We don't have a lot of young black line producers, young black female line producers in our industries. So imali, most of the time, black women aren't. It's only a few line producers,
Yes.
and that's because.
Please explain what line producers are after you're done. So that,
sorry.
So that-
sorry that you.
umuntu angazi athi, okay, line producer.
So in production,
I love it when she has to explain something. She gets so excited to
yeah,
like
because
teach.
it's fun. In production, there is the line producer, right? And then you have the production accountant, and then you have the production manager, and you have the production coordinator, a cast coordinator, and the production assistant, right? So the line producer is basically the boss.com of the production. It is the person the money person. So the line producer is given a budget of, let's say, 2 rand, right? So kuleyo 2 rand leyo, they have to break it down the 2 rand
Okay.
in like, we call them line items,
Okay.
right? So each line item has imali yakon. So it's like catering has its own line item, actors, cast, line
Costumes,
item,
wardrobe.
wardrobe, makeup.
Sure.
Yeah, well, so Yonginto is broken down. Everything you see in TV is broken down.
That budget is
Our department, there's its own line item. So then what the line producer does is that you find the money. That's the other AKA, you find the money. So there's no money, you find it there
yes.
in the budget.
Yeah,
right?
patanis.
Yeah. You're like a mother with 5 kids.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah,
I make
patanis.
this work?
Yeah.
Right? You're like the magician. So the skill with line producing is that you aren't a good line producer because you have a big budget. You are a great line producer because of how you can manipulate the budget.
Yes.
A budget, any given budget, right? Because of you can still have, let's say you have a budget at 300 million. You can still mess it up because you're not a great line producer.
Yes.
So
of course.
or the show can be dodged.
Yes.
Right?
Because
So-
you don't know how to organize things.
So a great line producer can make or break a show, right? Because of depending on how you allocate budget, it will reflect on the shooting schedule. It will reflect on what we see on TV, right? So that's the line producer. He who has the money, who makes the money work. And most of the time, there isn't a great budget, but then that is where you come in and your skill set comes in, because then you find the best with limited amount. Yo, my phone about to Lalela, I see no chance. Yo, I really want to work with you, Vanessa, but yo, ish.
Imali ayikho.
Yo, show me yazini. Yenzale, makada. Mangitule ngizokufaka. This is like the line. I'm a line producer. They will say that. Sorry. They will say that.
It's okay, girl. Speaking the truth.
Yeah. So wait, what were we talking about before?
The woman. So I just wanted you to explain
What the
what
line-
is a
So
line
we don't
producer.
have a lot of black women who handle the monies.
Yes.
Because also the line producer determines, or they work out who they want to hire as well.
Okay.
Right? So it'd be great to have a much more, because we have a lot of female coordinators. So this is like, remember, it's line producer, PM, and PC.
Yeah.
So line producer, production manager, and production coordinator, right?
Hey, or shapa ka di abbreviation.
Yeah, well-
Like ngayana wa educate kajeko.
So-
Hi.
So me, I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Production coordinator, and then the step up is the production manager, and then eventually line producer, if that's what you want to do. So Maning, I'm a production coordinators. Lots of black female production coordinators. Lots of black female production managers. But line producing is just, and how you get there is that I actually got advice from a friend of mine about this, who's a line producer,
Who's a woman?
who's a woman.
Yeah.
She
Lalela.
said to me how she got into line producing, because she started producing it after.
Yeah.
How she got into line producing, that someone said to her, I think you should come. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So it's someone with the platform saying, come, let me
Hmm.
teach you. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need
Sure.
more of people who have platforms, because we don't have people who are in the spaces.
Yes, that have.
Abantu baningi namathuba, facts.
Yes.
Right?
No, true. That's why I'm so surprised, Uguti. You have like women support. Like
Yeah,
it-
I do.
been called in by
prayer, babes.
because
Prayer.
because most of the time, Sasabana, we are scared of each other.
Yes.
And it's like, you can't be scared of me because I'm different from you. And, you know.
I think also it's just as a woman, because we are women and because of we are who we are, we know how we are as women. I think it's also important to ukuthi uzihamblishe. Just humble yourself. If you have a mean boss or a mean boss, because I use this because sometimes, especially when it comes to women, we get painted a lot as mean and as the B words when we are in that position. Sometimes we're not.
We're not.
Kunje stress.
It's funny order and
And it's funny order,
And
and we
what-
are just firm.
And it's the way that I am, right? So I think if we humble ourselves enough and we learn to work with different people, not to get too sensitive about certain things,
Yeah.
and not get too touched about certain things, I think we can work very well with each other. So sometimes with women, I found that one of our barriers is that we think everyone is trying to compete with us, and we allow our insecurities to get in.
that's
the
our
way
downfall.
That's
eh?
our-
of
the
great
biggest.
partnerships,
Yeah.
right? And the truth is that also Saba ukudlulwa.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like
Ungaphumeleli ukudlula mi- unga-
Yeah,
you can be
better,
successful, but not more than
me.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who are you?
Yes.
No, stay there.
Yeah.
You are production coordinator. What are you talking about?
I
Yeah.
found
We are-
you there, stay there.
Yeah, until until I'm up there, then you can climb up.
Yes.
No, but what? So I think that's also nothing. Saba ukhlulwa, uhlaba ukudlulwa. Whereas we have no idea that if Balisa is going to be a commissioning editor, I know Balisa was a commissioning editor. That's how I choose to see it.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So if I have a friend, Usihle is now a huge star. I have a friend
Who's
Who's a huge star.
So you have to see people like that. And then you approach your friend like a friend. You're not approaching your friend and asking for money. You approach a friend like, hey friend,
Oh,
here's a
man.
here's a
I love this
proposal.
girl.
Here's a proposal. This is what I'm trying to do. So I think, friend, now that you are where you are, let's not lie.
Yeah.
I'm approaching you because of where you are. Now that you are where you are, now that you have the platform that you have, can you help me out with this?
Yes.
This is what you are gaining from it, friend.
Exactly.
You're not just giving me.
Yeah.
This is the business
Yeah,
relationship.
really mali, guys.
This is one thing.
Cela mathuba,
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yes, but also propose things. Don't
Yeah.
just say, can you give me a job? What's this job you want? What's this job? What is it? Can I also get it? What is it? What's this building called? Job? What? Can I get a job? What's that?
Mbali.
What is that? Look, people say, but if this happens to job, what's a job? Break it down for me. What is that? What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? See, people are that are dangerous because for me, I feel like if you don't know what you're trying to do,
Yeah.
then what do you want me for? Let me
Sure.
also special. I need to know that now I'm a resource.
Yes.
The same way you see me as a resource, now I'm a resource. So that's how we build. That's how we build empires. As if we are all something, and you have to pull up now, pull your own weight. You have
Yes.
to be something for you to be brought into the table. Okay, Mbali, I can bring in a proposal. Cool, I'll take a proposal to this person, and then let's negotiate, and then
Yeah.
let's see how you know what I'm saying. But bring
Something.
something to the
Yeah.
table. You can't just be, you'll be my friend. I'll support and love you.
Yeah, but I just don't tell and then.
Don't tell me
No, no,
money.
no.
Mbali, you know, as you're
Tell me
such a
money.
solid human being, like what I want to find out, because our industry is so, it's so, like they overlook you,
Yeah.
they exploit you.
Yeah.
How do you build yourself, as a human being, to be like in whatever space that I'm put in, I am still going to remain the solid human being that I am? Because we are sitting here and we're listening to you speak because you are so solid and you understand what is it that you're doing and what is it that is meant for you.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what is it that you do, that you build yourself? Ugutu, when you get into production, Malfiga with big stars, you now you stand your ground because this is what I do.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about the mental how. Lena, I can do this.
Yes.
What do you do for yourself?
Yeah. I think so. The first thing I do almost each morning, because there are those mornings where I don't do it. But the first thing I do, honestly, is pray. Right? So I pray. And another thing, you have to be grounded in faith. I don't care who you are. You have to be grounded in faith. You have to be grounded in a power that is bigger than you. Because I believe we are mere servants to the power, right? The power that I'm speaking about is God for me.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I got aligned with my vision, God's vision, God's vision for my life, it became that much more easier for me to work with actors when I want to act, right? So how I think I stay grounded is that I just always remember what I want to do, and that what I want to do is not what that person is doing. You feel what I'm saying? And if we are really truly honest with ourselves, we will find comfort in our truth and in our peace. You have peace in the truth.
Yeah.
Which is that Palisa drives a Porsche. But do I really, really want a Porsche? Do I really, really?
Or do I want it because she has it?
Right? Exactly. So for me, it's like, I'll make an example.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that.
I'll make an example with a friend of mine. She is like, so they're always calling us twins, right? She is a famous actor. She doesn't like me saying that I say she's famous, but she's on TV now, right?
Yeah.
She's been on TV for like, I think 6 years, on and off.
And she's doing great. Eh?
She's doing wonderful.
Hi.
Hala.
Hi, she's kicking the doors.
Right? So, truthfully, you look at your friend and you're like, oh, she's on TV. I get that thing because you're a human being.
Yeah.
But you must not run away from the thing. You must
Yeah.
confront it with the
Confront
spirit.
it, talk to it quickly.
Very fast.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You must not ignore it. It's there because you're a human being. You feel what I'm saying?
We forget that we're human. Eh?
We're human. So, right? So then what I do is like,
And it is now.
Standard.
Standard.
So then what I do is that I say, do I really, really want to? Because if I really wanted to, I would have pursued it the way she pursued it.
Yes.
And I didn't pursue it the way she pursued it because I don't want it. I don't want what she has right now. And that's the truth. Akekho umuntu onento yakho.
Oof.
Yo.
Akekho.
Ngibhala phansi.
Nobody has what's yours.
I'm writing it down in Zulu, so
There's no one. Akekho umuntu onento yakho.
Sure.
No. If someone is on TV, they are on TV. They went to the audition. They kicked it. They killed it. They got the part. Finish. No one got your part. You literally could be auditioning for the same role. Nobody got your part because if it was your part, you would have had it.
What's yours won't miss you.
And I think that sounds. I think when you're going through the most, that sounds like, oh my God, here they go with that rhetoric. But it's so true when you find out when you're at peace with your life, knowing that what's yours is coming. And I'm not saying what's mine is coming because I'm seeing Palisa succeed. Yeah. What's mine? No. Like seriously, what's mine is coming.
And also what's Mbali's and what's Palisa's that's happening at the moment doesn't mean that it's gonna happen for me too.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yes.
So if I have dreams and your dreams are flourishing in this moment, it doesn't mean that my dreams are gonna also flourish in this moment.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have your time. God has time for you.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
your time and place, it may not be now.
Yes.
You never know. It may be next week, but you are so impatient
Yes.
and wanting what someone else has
Yes.
that you're actually backfiring that even more. You know? I think it's like that kind of sentiment.
Definitely. And I think it's so important for us as females, as Black creatives, and I use these words intentionally because of we are the most marginalized, right? So it's always important to ding 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 ding. If we are honest, I can them Nandi rather than honesty, right? If you are honest with self, honest with your goals, with your dreams, with your aspirations, but also you counter that with actual hard work.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't help for you to be. We also have this thing, Yoguti, things are just going to happen because I'm hoping they're going to happen. You can hope it's going to happen. What are you living? When this hope is happening. Hope is not a currency where I can buy bread with.
I love when this persona, I don't know who you're channeling.
Your mom, I'm sure.
I don't know who you're channeling.
It's the other me.
It's the other you, but
it's the me that causes me.
Yes.
When
she comes out.
When I'm like, hey, wait, no, what? I'm like, mother, I went to the beach board. Yeah, really? You actually eating that donut. We're thinking about the beach body. So I do that to myself a lot. Like, I'm like, really? When in that?
It happens.
Yeah, but I'm broke. Yeah, you're broke because you were out here living your best life. And you said, YOLO. Forgetting those man things. Who are you? So I do that a lot with myself. A lot. And I think the older I'm getting, the more I'm comfortable with my dreams and things that, and if you are really honest, isn't those
Yeah.
and things will happen if you start using spiritual eyes. You will see things just falling into place.
Yeah.
But also you have to pray, and you have to pray for your spiritual self so that your spiritual self sees these things that are happening, right? Because right now we're in this building, we're having this podcast, but there's a spiritual alignment happening somewhere,
yes,
that we may not be aware of. So those are the things that you have to pray for.
Right.
That Father God, can you just open my eyes to the spiritual things that you're just putting together for me, so that I am not blinded by what I can see.
You know,
physically.
when you say that, when you speak about spirit, I go mad because I'm about spirit. Like I see a Negu spirit, guys.
Yeah.
There are people we call our destiny helpers.
Yeah.
So when you have destiny helpers, those are the people that are going to help you to go and become who you are supposed to be. I think we forget, especially in our industry, because it goes with so much hurt and pain.
Yes.
We forget the people that we are supposed to be. So on our way, as you said, Mauno Mona, uzikhohlwa ubheke into yomunye umuntu.
Yeah.
You forget that the people that you meet along the way might be your your destiny helpers.
Yes.
So as you are walking in the world and connecting to that higher self,
Yeah.
you need to do what? You need to remember that I am moving into another dimension and becoming
Yes.
whatever it is that
Yes.
needs to become,
Yes.
so that I can be who I was created to be.
Exactly. And the thing is that when you see someone who is successful, right, you have to do, for me, I do one thing. I'm like, okay, and let's say this person is my friend or I'm very close to them. I often say, instead of having negative emotions around them or like, let me just ask them for help.
Yes.
What about you? The worst I can say is no.
There's exactly. You're not gonna die.
But my thing is that just humble yourself and be like, hey, yo, how did you get here? There are certain, especially in my line of work, I meet so many actors and so many creatives who literally they are so inspirational. And sometimes the help you need is it could be the words. It could be just the right words just to set you up the right way, you know. It doesn't have to be now umsebenzi. This is why I am so anti umsebenzi. It's yin umsebenzi. You know, what's
Exactly.
this
What's
umsebenzi?
the
This
that you
umsebenzi
want?
thing you want. I can give you lots of umsebenzis, but where will this umsebenzi take you?
Because if I say do my laundry, it's some sebenzi.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you have to think of
That's true.
you have to think of the many jobs you take, or I don't even call them jobs because it's like these are your stepping stones in the building of your career.
Yo.
Yes.
Right. So
Bali, you say that so quickly as if it doesn't have like an impact. Like these are the stepping stones to building
your career.
I was shaking
And
up
these are the
Vanessa
things
today.
that
yo.
and these are the things that you take for granted. But then when you get older, you be like, damn it, man, that's why I needed to learn that. That's why I needed to learn this. And being open to what God is calling you for. Because sometimes God will be like, I need you to leave this job. Like, yeah, but God, my car.
Yeah.
David Order. David Order is calling.
But he's like, just trust
Just
Uguti.
leave
When I'm
the-
saying
leave the job.
Leave the job.
And when you this always happens to me. He always God will be like, leave them. Like, my God, David Order. Leave. Okay. Literally, I am pretty long without me having found out why I left. And sometimes it's not you're leaving because of you going to another project or you're going to the next step. The next step could be ingqondo yakho iyavuleka to an idea, a project that you personally need to start. It could be
Come on.
anything. So open up yourself to. So going back to me acting and now me being in production,
Yeah.
it's like you have to open up yourself to the many possibilities of life and to the you that you are destined to be, right? You spoke of destiny. So it's like that, but instead of trying to be a global superstar,
Got that right.
she's trying to be a global actor, right? But then you can find that there's certain experiences that she has to go through for her to be that person.
Get
You have to
there.
be careful what you ask God. Because if I'm sitting here and I'm saying, guys, I want to be influential and I want to be a part of the big dogs who make the decisions about what people watch on TV, this means that I have to be trained, right? I have to go through initiation. Initiation is not fun.
No. It's
Initiation is what
horrible.
happens in the dark.
It's horrible.
What happens in the dark when no one is watching? What happens in the dark when everyone is sleeping? You get what I'm saying? It's what people don't get to see.
Yes.
That is the phase you're going to go into. And this will happen most of the time, if not all the time, when you say to God, God, I am ready to be the person you called me to be. God is going to take you from the world and to put you in a space like, what the hell am I doing in a factory?
Exactly.
What is this?
Yeah.
What am I learning? What am I wearing this? Right?
You're right.
Like, what is this? And then you realize when you're working there that, oh snap, is that not the commissioning editor? Is that not the head of? Is that not
It's
the?
not. But also when you're asking, when you spoke about asking, when you're asking, that's also when you have to, whatever you have spoken and asked for is what you must now live in order not to
Yes.
communicate, in order not to confuse that
Yes.
communication.
Yes.
So if you're saying I want to be an international star, then I guess you have to maneuver in a way where that's what you want. So
Yes.
celebrate people who are becoming international stars. Celebrate people. Don't sit there and go, "Yeah, that should have been me." It's not.
Yo.
Yes, it's there. But like we said before, kuza yourself.
Like fast.
Talk to yourself quick and be like, no, don't be that person.
Mm.
You want to be there too.
Mm.
In your own time, you'll get there. But at the moment, Goshuguti, you are not treading in that language that you have just spoken into the universe to say, this is what I would want.
You're not being true to yourself.
Exactly. You're not being true to yourself. Like if you're sitting there and you, like you say, this Msebenzi thing, you're sitting there and you're saying, I need work. Okay, fine. You'll get the work, but you won't see the work because you haven't been clear about what work you want.
Exactly.
So if you say, I would like to be on a soapy, I want to be on the estate.
Yes.
And channel that all the time.
Yes.
But never ever go, I should have been on the estate instead of that one.
Yes.
That's not, you clashing the...
But also you find out who's the casting director for this date. When are the auditions? When are they doing auditions next? What do I need to do to get myself onto this date? What? You ask yourself, you start to ask yourself questions on how to get there.
Yes, because you can't just ask.
It goes further than just saying, I want to do this. It's like someone saying, I want to have a summer booty. We all know what you need to do to have a summer booty. We just don't want to do it. And the people we see...
I'll starve if you want a summer body in winter.
And the things the people we see in December, where are the summer bodies? They did what needed to be done.
In the winter.
Finish.
Yeah.
Right?
They did what needed to be done.
And not just seasonal. They've been doing it.
We have to have, I think, also as a generation, and this is me including myself, right? I'm not excluding myself in this. We just need to be more disciplined.
Yes.
We just need discipline.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, I make the example of the summer body because it's like a generic thing that we want every single year as people. We always want the summer body every single year.
Please have a summer body.
Right?
But when?
When I'm done here, at the bakery over here.
Yeah.
Can I just
have a summer body?
So it's like, yeah.
I want to have a summer body, right? Okay, you want to have a summer body. What do I need to have a summer body? Okay, go to the doctor. Doctor's like, okay, your blood type is this. Your problem is that.
Yeah.
So you need to cut down on sugar.
Your blood type can't take all of that.
Right. And genetically speaking, you'll have the fastest metabolism, right? Because some people can eat everything because of their metabolism, right? So they have an advantage. You don't. You don't cry about it. You just work at it. Okay, so that means that if I have a slow metabolism, I can't eat after 7.
Yeah.
Because it'll take this long for my body to digest my food. Then you work out a plan for yourself, for your life, a customized one, customized plan for me. Because we're all different, right? So I plan on doing this, and consistently doing this. My Connie party, I'm gonna drink apple juice. Then they'll still think I'm popping it, but I'm just popping the right thing, right? I won't have alcohol. Cash out.
Get focused. Pila.
Okay, because the tunnel vision thing. Okay, I'm gonna wake up every day at 5 o'clock. When I'm motivated, when I'm not. Also, we need to stop doing things only when we're motivated to do them.
Yes. It's got to become your lifestyle.
You understand what I'm saying? You need to want it. You need to want the summer body like you want to breathe. It must be a need and not an occasional want. Right? So, and then you work at it. I promise you, it'll just give. Trainers always say, give yourself 3 to 6 months because you gained the weight in like 2 years, but you want to lose it in 2 months. What's the math?
I'll be realistic.
So then it's like, okay, give yourself 6 months to. So you give yourself a date. So it's like 31st of December, I'm doing a photo shoot in my swimsuit. Right? That means you have a goal. You're working towards a goal. Right? And then you call Palisa. Palisa, can you 31st? I'm having a photo shoot. Book a photographer. Then you make it worth. Because of also, our goals are usually not so big that they cover us.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? Our goals are so, we need to have other people who hold us accountable.
Yes.
For our goals. Right? So if Palisa is already booking a photographer, that's Palisa's money that I'm going to waste. So therefore, I'm going to be responsible for that, for letting her down. It's easy to let yourself down, but
other people.
No, I can't disappoint Palisa. Then that adds your motivation.
Yes.
Then you work towards it, and you work towards it. I promise you're going to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, but it has to have a plan, tunnel vision,
discipline.
Just shut down the noise. When you
Yes.
see someone already with their summer body in October, hey, nami nyakon.
Exactly.
You know, I'm also already there. Hey?
Celebrate.
And the thing is that when people get there, when you're in the right mindset, other people's achievements are motivation.
Yes.
That's demotivation.
Exactly.
If you are doing the work.
If
When you are in the
doing-
right mind.
Right mind and you are doing the work.
Yeah.
You must have got that role. Hey, but it's a bit so I'm getting it.
Yes.
You see, because I'm doing the work. And there's something about working. The Bible speaks about an idle mind is the devil's playground. As soon
Yeah.
as you don't have anything to do, you will forever the thoughts. So occupy yourself with work. People as human beings, we need to work.
Amanzi angahambi ayabola ngisho.
Yes. Right? So we always need to work. Have a plan, have a mission, have a vision, and do it. And be honest with what you can and can't do. And also, you might find that by the time you get to the summer body and you size 32, you realize, I actually don't like the way I look. And you're like, okay, let me moderate. Let's modify the plan. Then you are 34 now. Okay, I like it 34. But you are always working towards something.
Yeah. I feel like, you know what? Mbali came in, sat down, and she spoke.
Sure.
And I'm
Speechless.
because you spoke live.
Ah,
Spoke so much live. You were asking me like, when you turn 30, do you feel it? Da, da, da. You're ready.
really?
It's when it comes for you, you're gonna be so ready. Because already you're speaking that into your life.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're already feeling it.
Yes.
You're already feeling it. So when it comes, you're gonna be like a powerhouse.
Woo-hoo!
When you're gonna be continue
Yeah.
speaking the way that you do. Continue giving so much that you be generous. Like you
And
sat-
genuine.
Yes, and genuine. You sat here and this whole time you were just giving. I'm like, oh, that's a question I'm gonna ask her. And then the next thing is like, okay, no, she just answered it. Oh, that's another question. And she just answered it. No, she just, I wanted to go back. She just went back. Okay.
You are so aligned.
Yes, you're
aligned
so aligned
to
and
who
you're
you
so
are.
alive to, and it's so refreshing and it's so amazing. And we have gone over time.
I can imagine.
But,
Sorry.
Godwa, I want you again.
Yeah.
Do you think I must find a new way of saying this? Or must I just keep saying it the same
Keep
way?
saying
The
it.
same way, ne?
Yeah.
All the time.
If it
Because
works,
this
why?
Is,
We
this is who
must.
we are.
Exactly.
We're about motivating and
Yeah.
inspiring and
Yeah.
educating people about this industry.
Mm.
And what you've given has been bomb.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know what it is, but anytime we have a guest here, they've been bomb and
Yeah.
giving. Like giving. And
Give us life.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people if they
Yeah.
if they allow themselves the time to listen, they'll learn so much because I think you've said a lot. So
You know what I loved?
Mm.
Sorry, before Val. You started with work, production. Then when you got into self, it made sense why you are where you are. Because we were talking earlier on, you said the people in the world sells us this illusion that you need to be somebody else in order to get somewhere.
Yes.
And you taught us that just be yourself and everything will come to you. You know, I think that is the most important thing that we need to learn as human beings, progressing and living into this world. Because later on in the years, bazobheka thina and be like, that generation, what did they do?
yes.
So if we have humans like you who understand that, sometimes melunga complicate impilo,
Also.
iba uwe,
yeah,
and
be
everything
yourself,
will
yeah.
flow.
Yeah.
So it's again for me, I was like, being yourself. I'm on that journey. Noni knows.
Yes.
I'm on that journey of saying there's nothing wrong with you.
No, there isn't.
There's not. The world says there's something you need to maneuver and change and whatever, but you just affirmed to me and to the person who's listening, who's trying to find their feet in the industry, that there's nothing wrong with you.
Yes.
There's actually everything right with you. This thing wouldn't work if you weren't you.
Yes.
So just be you. So thank you for that. Like, I'm speechless.
Yeah. So with that said, about motivating, educating, inspiring.
Yeah.
what would you say to women out there, young girls who want to be in this industry
Mm-hmm.
and are fearful
Mm-hmm.
because of the stigmas
Yes.
and what our elders think? When I
Yes.
say elders, I mean parents, I mean older siblings that are probably not in, don't have the talent.
Yes.
But hear stories about this and uncles and aunts and I don't know, you know, that person that also tells you that you'll never make it in this business.
Yeah.
You know, that
Wenana.
person, yeah, that person, or like that 40-year-old that still desires to be here
Mm-hmm.
and can make it because I feel like our industry age is time. It's timeless. Timeless. When you've got the talent and you've got the drive and you've got the ambition, you can make it. What do you say? And to the young boys or you know
Definitely.
who want to be behind the scenes
Mm.
but only see themselves as pambili. Like, what do you say to them to inspire them to say there's nothing wrong with just being in front, but also branching out and being diverse?
Mm. I think, shoot, that's a very good question. I think the most important thing you can do or you can be, first of all, ground yourself in faith, right? I'll say that till the death of me. Ground yourself in faith because then you'll be unshaken, right? It is God who'll carve the path for you. You don't have to do all the work. You don't have to change because of if you were meant to look like something else, you would have looked like something else.
Yeah.
You were meant to look like you. There is something that is in you that the world does not have. The world didn't know it needed Bonang until Bonang came into the world.
Right?
The world doesn't know right now that it needs you. But once they have you, they won't want to let you go.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So the world is competitive. Don't shy away from the competition. Embrace it. There'll always be something better. There'll always be something more amazing. I always say there'll always be someone with a bigger bum, bigger lips, lighter face.
Yeah.
There'll always be someone who's just better at you at something, but they'll never be you. You have the right amount of everything to make it. You have the right amount of English, you have the right amount of school, you have the right amount, you have it. It is in you because of the only person who God created you like this for a reason. And instead of shying away for the reason, embrace the reason. In fact, ask God, why did you give me a stutter?
Yeah.
Why did you make me cross-eyed? So therefore I can understand what is your vision with this.
Yes.
Because I'm not understanding it.
Yes.
Therefore I can use what this is.
Yes.
Let me use it.
Let me use it.
The way you see fit. Because I don't get it, but you get it. So guide me.
Yes.
That's nanyepar.
I got the babes that are practically too far apart.
But
Like,
so it's very important for women in any industry, young women, young men, in any industry, branching out into this new South Africa, a world full of so many possibilities.
Yeah.
Ground yourself in faith, but also be open to what the world has to offer. It may not be a doctor what you want to like. There's so many doctors into the world.
Yes.
You can find the one that works for you. Create a formula for yourself, and then work with that. Because remember, people, as a person, I will always try to sell you me. I'm gonna sell you me. Even on social media, I'll sell you
Me.
Yes.
Then sell yourself into the world. Because I can't sell you because I don't know you.
Well, with that said,
Yeah.
thank you, Mbali.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you guys for having me. This is a great platform.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for being so generous and so giving and so honest. Oh,
So fulfilling.
I feel like my brain's going to explode though. I took it all in.
Yo.
Mbali?
Yo, Bali. Gabon, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. You hold such a special place in my heart. And now I understand why. It makes sense. Thank you for being selfless. I think we were talking to Ayanda about this, on how in the industry you just take. People just take, and he just wants to give.
Yep.
And it's rare to find humans like that. You also fall in that category.
Oh.
So, Siabong, because you want to be influential and you want to give and you want to teach. And so, as in Siabong, I thank you so much for being so awesome and being mad.
persona that came out.
Woo, okay.
Alter ego. I like her. I like the alter ego.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everybody who has been watching, siyabonga kakhulu. As in siyabonga.
I'm actually like Palesa, we need to say goodbye.
Yeah,
But no,
siyabonga.
she ain't picking that up.
Aye, siyabonga. I guess siyabonga. Bye-bye. This is Palisa Robin signing out.
Thank you for you who listened, took the time in to see us live. Yes, we went live.
Yeah.
I forget about that until the end and the beginning. But thank you for tuning in on The Show Goes On with Noni on the platform Your Media, hashtag where you are. This is us for the week. Thank you so much. I am Noni Mkonto, Spear of the Nation, signing out. Ciao.
The Show Goes On with Noni brings the business of the arts to center stage. Your media, where you are. Of all trades, wearing a different hat when the... Your media, where you are. Producing your media, your podcast